What if a djinn fell so deeply in love with you that it wanted to control every breath you took, every step you made, and every thought in your mind? And what if trying to escape it meant putting an entire city in danger? Tonight's story is about a girl who became the prisoner of a djinn's obsession. Zayra was not a superhero. She was just a normal 19-year-old girl. After losing her mother, she spent years struggling with loneliness and fear. Every night, she felt as if someone was watching her from the darkest corner of her room. One evening, while cleaning the attic of her ancestral house, she discovered an ancient silver perfume bottle covered in strange symbols. Curious, she opened it. The moment the lid lifted, the room turned freezing cold. The windows slammed shut, dark shadows crawled across the walls. Then, a massive cloud of black smoke filled the room. From within it emerged a tall man dressed in black. His eyes glowed like burning embers. "I am Hamis," he said. His voice echoed through the room. Terrified, Zayra backed into the corner of her bed, but after a few moments, with trembling hands, she offered him a glass of water. For centuries, Hamis had known only fear and obedience from humans. No one had ever shown him kindness. At that moment, something awakened inside him. The next morning, Zayra convinced herself it had all been a nightmare. But when she arrived at college, she felt someone watching her. Every reflection, every window, every shadow. She kept seeing Hamis's glowing eyes. That night, she locked her bedroom door. At exactly 3 a.m., she woke up. Someone was whispering directly into her ear. "I am always with you." She turned on the light. The room was empty, but scratched into the wall were 4 chilling, "You are not alone." The first victim. A few weeks later, a classmate named Arian started talking to her. He only wanted to be her friend. Hamis saw him as a threat. The next morning, police found Arian inside his bedroom. Every wall was covered in blood. Written over and over again was one name: Zayra, Zayra, Zayra. His eyes were completely white, and he kept repeating the same sentence: "He's watching me. He's watching me. He's watching me." No escape. Realizing the truth, Zayra decided to leave the city. She boarded a bus heading far away. Everything seemed normal, until the bus entered a tunnel. Suddenly, every passenger slowly turned their heads toward her. Their eyes were pitch black. Together, they spoke in the same voice: "You cannot leave me." The bus crashed seconds later. When Zayra regained consciousness, she was back in her own bedroom, as if she had never left. The camera incident. Soon, Hamis was everywhere, in mirrors, in dreams, in shadows. One night, she opened her phone camera. She saw herself on the screen, but standing behind her was Hamis. She immediately turned around. Nobody was there. When she looked back at the phone, Hamis was smiling. Then his face slowly moved closer to the screen. Closer, closer. And then, his hand began reaching out from inside the phone. The city falls. Desperate, Zayra sought help from a religious scholar. Together, they began an ancient ritual meant to banish the djinn. But Hamis found out that a red-eyed figure staring at them from darkness. When morning came, people discovered something horrifying. Every wall, every road, every building had the same name written on it: Zayra. The whole city had become part of Hamis's obsession, the final confrontation. Knowing there was no escape, Zayra went directly to Hamis. The sky was dark. The city burned around them. Hamis looked at her and said, "I did all of this for you." Tears filled her eyes. She shook her head. "This isn't love. Love gives freedom. You took my peace. You took my life. And now you're taking my humanity." Then she stepped forward. "If you want to destroy this city, start with me." For the first time, Hamis saw the truth in her eyes. Not love, not gratitude, only fear and hatred. It shattered him. His powers began to collapse. Dark energy exploded around him, and within moments, the ancient Djinn became nothing more than an ordinary human. Ending today, In a forgotten hospital room, a man lies in a coma. Nobody knows who he really is. Every day, a young woman visits him. She sits beside his bed and holds his hand in silence. People say strange things still happen in that room. The temperature suddenly drops, machines stop working, and sometimes words appear on the mirror through the fog. I am still with you. Whenever that happens, terror returns to Zayra's eyes, because deep down, she fears Hamis never truly disappeared. Narrator ending. Some love stories never end. They simply return in a more terrifying form.